My honored friend Omner, greetings. Since seeing you last, I have thought often of how much I cherish our conversations. I know of your restless desire to be ever apprised of the latest happenings, but first, my friend, I hope this epistle finds all well in the land of Omner, and that your crops progress toward a bounteous harvest. I advise you now of the presence in my city of a strange and wild man by the name of Enoch. It is because of your fascination with the philosophies and sayings of men that I speak of this man, Enoch. I do not expect he will become a man of even local importance. Even so, his first advent among us was unsettling. Enoch is apparently a son of Jared, whose people are said to be hard-working and harmless. Yet he caused unease and fear among some here who heard him, even though he is young and noticeably slow of speech. All who heard him, and I too, were offended in one manner or another. It was his certitude, in particular, that troubled me. Indeed, I was one of the few who chose to confront him, asking him to tell us plainly who he was and whence he came. He gave a straightforward answer, but then riled us all by saying that while he had been journeying from the land of Canaan by the sea east, he had received a vision. He even made bold to say the Lord had commanded him to come forth and preach to us. He spoke at length, detaining many of us from our appointed rounds by reason of our curiosity. I have it in mind to hear Enoch again tomorrow, for he is roving over the countryside speaking on the hills and high places, or wherever he can find people willing to endure his testifying. How does he expect to gain much of a following? He is so filled with alarms and denunciation, and he disturbs the even flow of life here. Since he gave me more than a passing glance as I challenged him about his origins, I felt he was challenging me to dare to be again among his listeners. I shall not disappoint him, though he is hardly worth the effort. Enoch spoke of certain records coming down to us through outstanding patriarchs going back to Adam. I can scarcely believe that such records mean much to our time, having been written by men much advanced in years, hardly a reliable guide for those of us confronted with the snares and entanglements of a later time. Have you heard of such records? If so, Omner, what doctrines are contained therein? Enoch says we have neglected these teachings. Please write to me, for your words would console me in the distance that life now places between us. Your father, after whom your land of honor is named, might not be pleased to know that this land, along with others, has been called upon by Enoch to repent. I trust you will send that warning around speedily, Honor, lest your people be smitten with a curse and die. But before you take care of that exacting task, please send me any news you may have. Accept again my gratitude for the gift of that splendid ruby, for it is my joy and treasure. Yours with all respect, Mahijah.